Right. Let's learn. Appearance. Can someone tell me what appearance means? Please tell me. Kumara, you know,
Yes, sir.
can
I am
you
here.
explain what appearance is?
Uh, then I think that something to see about a person.
Yes. Not something. Everything we see
Yeah.
when you look at a
Yes,
person.
sir.
Okay, what are the everything that you see when you look at a person?
Uh, Actually, sir, we have to see about a person or animal or some one. We have lot of things to see. I think that is the appearance.
Okay, what are those things? We are learning those things.
Yeah.
When we look at a person, the first thing we see is, okay, let's see, Ashwini, can you describe what appearance is? What do you see in a person? Now, as I said, everything we see when we look at a person is that person's appearance. So, what are the everything that we see? We can categorize everything into few classes. What are those? Ashwini?
Like his skin tone, eye color, or his fashion, his style.
Yeah, those things, eyes, nose, those things are called features of the body. One word for that. And then the other one you said complexion. Complexion is the skin tone, skin color. That's complexion. Then you mentioned two things. One is features of the body. The other uh, one is the feature of the body. Features of the body. So it is very important. Features. We say that in Sinhala. What do you say that in Sinhala? Features of the body. Samargon, what do you call that in Sinhala? Features of the body. Deha Lakshana. Okay. Number two is complexion. Complexion means Sami politica, Sami part, like that. And Hashini, what are the other things? Hashini, when you talk about appearance, the other things that you see.
Sorry, sir.
What are the other things that include the appearance? Two things here. Features of the body and the complexion. So when you describe the appearance of a person, you should know what the things that you have to describe. You have to describe the features of the body and then complexion. And then what are the other things? Hmm? What are the other things that you want to describe? Don't remember? Anybody? Abdul? Neprabha, can you say? Neprabha? What other things? Hmm?
The curly hair like that, no sir.
Yes, that is hair. Hair is one. Hair is also a feature of body. All the parts of the body go to that hair, nose, eyes, all things feature of the body. And complexion is the color of the skin. And then you have to say other things. What are the other things? Huh? Appearance include all these things. First of all, you have to understand what appearance means.
Voice and everything. Voice.
Voice. Appearance. Appearance means one is feature of the body. That's number one. Then number two is, let's say, complexion. Then number three, what is number three? Who can say what
Height.
number?
Height and weight.
Height and
Weight.
not weight, really the size of the body that we call build.
Build.
Talk about build of the person. And what are the other things? Amaragwan, you should remember. Metraba, if you don't know what you talk, how can you do this lesson? Then what are the other things? Amaragwan, Abdul, number five. Number five is height and builds, and the number five is age. We talk about age, right? Features of body, complexion, height, build, age, and there's others. What are the other things? Appearance include all these things. What else? Very important. And after that, you have to talk about especially facial expression. Facial expression. He's happy, he's serious, he's sad, like that facial expression. And then the other one is number seven. You did talk about is clothes. Right. Okay. These are the things that you mainly describe. These are the things that you mainly describe when you talk about the appearance of people. These are the things that you talk mainly. Right? And now tell me what are the words that we use to talk about complexion? Kumar, do you remember the words that we used to talk about complexion? Kumar,
Yes, sir.
what words do we use to talk about complexion of a person?
Radiant.
No, actually in Sri Lanka, we have all
Black.
not black. We have dark and what? Dark and
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, dark and fair. Then what are the grammar parts we use? We use grammar also. I explain all these things very clearly. What grammar we use to talk about appearance? That also be the and before collocations we did this. I last time I was thinking that something is wrong with the lesson. Then I understood that basic things are just somehow you have forgotten. When you are going with the collocations, you are really puzzled and you can't understand because you just don't have the point. What is the grammar? We basically use only two verbs. One is be verb. Be means is same verb. The other one have. Have. Now let us talk about your somebody's complexion using these things. You can say B means is same, right? I shall write is same. Then it is more clear. You can say is or am O-R. And the other one is has and have. Has, so have. We have two verbs like that. Is, am, and has. Then let's talk about, we don't have any other patterns there. Very simple. English is very simple. Now you talk about your, somebody is in family. You talk about the complexion. You can say, my mother is dark. My mother is fair. And then I gave you the adjectives of degrees. Do you remember the adjectives of degrees? Hmm? Do you remember the adjectives of degrees? Nirupa, do you remember? I might did not use that word there, but I used the adjectives of degrees. Do you remember that? I said very, awfully, somewhat. Nirupa, did you learn those things?
Yes, sir.
Awfully, අර මාර කියලා එකකනද terribly එකක නැත මතකද?
මතක.
Then you have to use adverbs of uh, adverbs of degree. What are those? Can you describe? Can you just give me those things? First one is very. Next one. Very,
Slightly,
slightly.
somewhat.
Those things. You remember that? You should have. Kumar, have you written those things? Hello? Kumar,
Yes, sir.
have you
I
written?
have written. Yes, I have written them, sir.
You have them. You have the list.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we can use them. Very. Then what are the other things? Quite. Then
Rather,
somewhat. Rather and what else?
pretty.
Yes, pretty also there and things like that. Slightly. Okay, now you talk about complexion. Then how do you talk about your mother's complexion? You can say my mother is very dark. Or my mother is somewhat dark. Mother is really dark, quite dark. Or she is not what you would call dark. Remember that, right? And we have two patterns. You can say she is dark. Is dark. She is very dark, so she is dark. And you can say second pattern is you can use has. Or you can say she is dark in complexion. She is sometimes. These are the three few patterns. She is dark. She is dark in complexion. You better write down them if you have forgotten. She is dark in complexion, or else you can say she has dark complexion. Only these patterns. Okay. Now can you, or you can use adverbs of degree, very, like that, right? Okay. Somebody, Nirupa, tell someone's complexion. Can you
My,
decide?
my father is dark. So need to
Family,
one.
family members.
Okay.
Few people, mother, sister, brother, like that.
My father is dark and my mother is fair, and my sisters also fair. In my family, all are fair except my father. That's
You can talk about yourself also. I am, you can say like this. I am, you can use a what adverb of degree if you want. I am not, I am not what you what you would call dark.
Dark.
Mamme
Yes.
kiyanna තරම් කළු නෑ ඒ වගේ. And my mother is very dark, you can see quite dark. My father is but my father is fair, like that. Okay, anybody? Ashini, can you describe some people in your family? Only the complexion. Sorry, oh yes, complexion. Ashini?
Yes, sir. My father is dark in complexion and my mother is fair in complexion. Oh, and my sister also fair in complexion. And I think I'm also fair in complexion.
Okay. But if you want to talk about the degrees, you can say very and quite, rather, those things. All right. And that's about that. Let's take another person. Who like to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually, all of my family members are fair in complexion.
All right. Then only one. We don't have any more. What about Samaragon?
Yes, sir.
Talk about the complexion family member.
My father is somewhat fair.
Mhm.
My mother is dark.
Mhm.
She has my brother and sister also fair.
Okay. Right. Then who? Netprabha, can you talk about the complexion of your family member?
My father is fair in complexion. My mother is dark in complexion. My brother is dark in complexion. I am fair in complexion.
All right. What about Abdul?
My mother and sister are fair in complexion. Myself and my father somewhat tan.
Okay. So you can use those things very nicely and mingle in your speech, right? And please use them, right? Okay, that is about complexion. And when you talk about other things also, like complexion, there are other things. The height. When you talk about height, also, you have to talk about what are the words that we use. We use only 2 words, 2 or 3 words. Can somebody tell me the words?
Tall,
Tall and
short,
short and
of medium height.
of medium height. So I have done those things, right?
Yes.
I think I do not want to do them again because we have to go in front. Kumar, have you done them?
Yes, sir.
And we have practice also.
Yeah.
You remember, and you don't want to practice them again, right? You remember.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Right. And then what about build? But I want to remind, build. What are the words?
Well built.
Well built, heavily built, and tall, slender, thin, fat, those things. And again, you use the patterns. What patterns? The degrees of adverse of degrees. Rather well built, like that, right? Small, made, so many things. And age also, you remember? They are in their teens, middle age, those things. And facial expressions, I think I didn't give them. Serious, those things I shall give them in some other lessons, in lessons next to come. And also features of the body, we are just talking now. We are talking about features of the body. Our lesson is this now, right? Features of the body. And we have to do facial expressions and clothes. Okay. And we have done these 3. Sorry, complexion, height, build, and age. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4. And now we are just doing other things, and we are learning collocations, and we are practicing, and we have to go with them. Okay. I think you enjoy. Okay. Appearance. Appearance is that. Now you can describe what appearance is. Abdul, try to explain, define with the word appearance. What is appearance? If I ask that question, how do you answer that question? Abdul?
Uh,
You can't? Hmm? Nirupa, can you describe appearance? Can't? What? Now we just talked about that.
Yes, appearance means complexion, height, those things.
Yes. But how do you define that in a sentence?
Appearance is features of the body.
Features of the body means Samaragon, how your head is, how your hair is, how your fingers, nails, the hands and shoulders are, and how your legs are, how your belly, how your stomach is, those things. Right? And if that does not include your complexion, your height, those things.
mhm.
Okay. So how we will define that? Kumar, can you try?
The first thing
Hmm.
we have to notice about the person.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, yeah, like that. Good. Good. Hashini, do you have a better idea? Hashini? No? Niprabha? Hello, Niprabha.
All the things of a person we can see with the eyes.
What is the first thing you said?
All the things of like external things like
Ah,
clothes.
yes, yes, that's it. So you can say everything that we see when we look at a person, such as height, build, complexion, and like that. You can say for the first thing, everything like that. Right. Then we are moving down. So now we are talking about parts of the body, and while talking about the parts of the body, I am giving you collocations, right? These are the collocations. Now, when you talk about waist, you talk about slender waist, right? You never say thin waist. Thin waist is wrong. And if you say she has a fat waist, that also is wrong. There is no collocation. You understand? Even though you understand the meanings of the words, you can't put them together. When you put them together, there are certain rules to follow. That's like your sense. Or you must be very familiar with the language. Unless though you make very odd utterances. So slender waist. Abdul, what is slender waist?
හීන්දාරි බන් සිහින්
Can you explain that in English?
it means very how to explain that very slim
Okay.
slim shape. Yeah.
Hard to explain. Okay. Now you can use these. I'm going to teach you the collocation, right? Ask her what the secret is to maintaining such a slender waist. People use this kind of talk, right? Ask her what the secret is to maintain such a slender waist. Okay. The secret to maintaining, but here there is something you notice. After two, we never take ing, but here there is ing after two to maintain. Maintaining here is a noun, right? It's like to school. School is a noun, you say to school, like to maintain. It's an action, to that action. The secret to this action of keeping such a slender waist. Okay. Slender waist is positive or negative? People like slender waist or people don't like slender waist? Samarkon, do you like to have a slender waist or a fat waist?
Slender it.
Slender. Why is that?
Easily maintain that.
Usually maintain a slender waist is difficult. When you eat, the waist goes out of shape and it comes up, puff up, right? So if you want to keep a slender waist, you have to do a lot of exercises. It won't come just
Yes.
like nothing. Otherwise, you have to stop eating. You have a diet. And diet means it's dangerous because you'll be weak.
Yes. We will have to do the exercise
Yes.
and maintain the figure.
Yes. And what are the comfortable or the comforts that you can have if you have a slender waist?
It's dependent on the height.
Yeah, but if you have a slender waist, what advantages do you have?
Very healthy.
You're very healthy, and you can have enough of smart. You look smart in clothes, and you can select easily smart fashions. There are lots of clothes for slender people, fat people, no clothes. You had a because fatness means you are going out of shape. There are no shapes, right? If a person is fat, they have different shapes. When they are having normal shape, there's a few number of shapes. So we can select what shape, what clothes, right? So slender people have enough clothes. When they go out of shape, no clothes. And you look smart and you feel very comfortable. When you sit, you are not tired, right? When you walk, you are not tired. Maybe Kumar, can you tell me something about of advantages of slender waist?
I think a person who is slender waist is very efficiency.
Efficient.
Efficient. Yes, yes. So he can do everything because
He
that
doesn't get
person,
tired.
yes, because actually I think that we can do every work without tired,
Hmm.
and then they are very difficult if we are
Fat.
fat person. Yes.
Yes.
So I think that I don't know any idea about a fat person because
You are
I
slender.
am slender waist.
You have slender.
Yeah.
So what is easy? Easy to get a slender waist or a fat waist?
I think that the person is very healthy, then they may be fat unless they have exercises. Then actually we are our father was a farmer. Then we did lot of farming with him. So now,
Many years ago.
yes, many years
Not
ago.
Not now.
But I do it
Even still you are
now
doing it.
also. Yes, now also I do it.
Uh-huh.
When I have a
So,
lesser time,
you
I
do
do it.
farming.
Yeah.
And you have fertilizer?
No, sir.
Uh,
But I don't cultivate paddy
Uh-huh.
and such a things.
How do you cultivate?
So yeah, because I nowadays I cultivate cinnamon.
Uh-huh. You don't need
Yes.
fertilizer.
It's not
Not much.
yeah, yes, not much, but it's enough for such a cultivation. Because in the first of them, when we plant them, we use some organic fertilizer, then it's enough.
Okay. So where did you get cinnamon seeds or the small
Uh,
plants?
Yes, I got them from a person who cultivate that plants by the
Not from agricultural societies. No.
by the help of agriculture society.
Okay.
It's a good cultivation because there are no any any difficulty.
No difficulty.
Yeah,
So you can earn money also.
not now.
Uh-huh.
I think in the future
Mhm.
I have to earn some money. Yeah, I have no any experience about it,
The first
but
time you started.
yes,
And,
first time I
and
started.
you have stopped paddy cultivation now.
No, sir. Actually, those days I did them with my father, but now he has
Fertilizer.
expired.
Now
Yes.
there's no fertilizer, so you stop.
No, sir. But nowadays I don't like do them because it is difficult to cultivate because there are lot of difficult.
Lot of work.
No, sir. Actually, there are a lot of animals. Destroy them nowadays.
Nowadays.
Yes, pigs and monkeys, such as them.
So those days, no those animals?
Yes, sir.
No animals?
They have.
There were.
There were, yes. Sir.
Those days there were animals.
Yes, sir.
But you had you anyway protected your crops.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. You talked a long story about your slender waist. Right? You talk a lot about slender waist. All right. I think who? Ashini. Hello. Ashini.
Yes, sir.
Do you like to have a slender waist like this or a fat waist? What is your preference?
I'd like to have slender waist.
So you sit and wait, eat, sit and wait. Then you can have a slender waist.
No,
What do you
I
do?
have to do exercises.
Are you doing?
Yeah,
Have you started?
I started like a month ago.
1 month ago.
Yeah.
You have started after my looking at this appearance lesson. You were motivated, isn't it?
Maybe.
And Netprabha, what is your idea about slender waist? Look that I always talk about slender waist, slender waist. Many times I say that word, right? And you should remember slender waist. You don't just take the word waist and don't take the word slender, but use both together. It is a collocation. Netprabha, do you have to tell me something about slender waist? You like to have one?
Yes, sir.
Slender waist? You like?
Yeah, I like it.
So now you have a slender waist or a opposite one?
I think I have a slender waist.
How do you maintain?
Not special, but I riding bicycle. I do like things.
Oh, those things. Okay. So you are happy that you have a slender waist. And you feel comfortable when you go do the work in the house. You don't panting. Panting means like this. You can't breathe properly. Hmm?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Very good. Nirupa, what is your idea about slender waist? Is it a dream?
Yes, I agreed with slender weights, but at the moment I don't have slender weights
Now you have a dream of
because
slender waist. Is that?
yes, because at the moment I don't have time to do exercises because of my office works. Because I know the slender weights. If a
No, the
lady,
effects of the slender waist.
yes, effects
Did,
because
did you have a slender waist once upon a time?
yes, once upon-
Once upon a time. So now you seem really nostalgic about that. Nostalgic means we are really sad about the past. Nostalgic about the time that you had the slender waist. Okay, right.
yes.
Samarkand, do you have a slender waist? Like Kumara?
Yes.
You have one?
Pardon, sir?
You have a slender waist?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you are happy about that.
Definitely.
You don't
Can
have
be
a
maintained.
you don't have a fat belly, right?
Yes.
You have a fat belly or
Slender waist
slender waist? Both you have.
it is better because
It's
can be
better.
maintained easily. No need
You- you-
to.
yeah, it's better. I am asking about you. What kind of
Yes, sir.
waist do you have? Is it a fat belly or a slender waist?
Slender it.
You have it.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Abdul, what is your idea?
Having a slender waist is very healthy, sir.
Mhm. You have one?
No, I want to do exercise.
Okay.
And sir, ancient poets describe about that
Slender
in
waist.
their poem. Yes.
Yeah. And last time we did the figures of people, and they also be so slender waist, right? Hourglass shape like that. Okay, now when we use that in an adjective, you can say slender waisted. That a person with slender waisted. You can say, I am slender waisted. Or I am slim waisted. They are all collocations. Right? You can say he is having a small waist. That also is okay. You can say I am lacking excess fat or excess flesh. Excess means extra, extra flesh. You can say lack means no, you don't have. If you don't have something, not having means lacking. So you can make sentences now. We can just make I am slender waisted. My brother is slim waisted. My sister is having a small waist. My father is lacking excess flesh. Okay. Now you can make one sentence and tell me. Okay, start somebody. Like Kumar, make a sentence, one sentence. Slender waisted or slim waisted, having a small waist or anything. One sentence.
I am slim waisted.
Slim waisted. Okay, Samaragon,
I am also slim weight.
slim waisted.
Yes.
Right. And Netraba,
I'm slender waisted.
okay. The same meaning, right? Slender waisted, slim waisted, having a small waist, lacking excess flesh. They are all same meaning, right? Right. Abdul, Abdul, make a sentence.
Sir,
Make a sentence with this collocation.
uh, I have a slender waist.
I have a slender waist. Okay, that was okay. And then Hashini, Hashini, hello, Hashini.
I'm also slender waisted, sir.
I am also slender waisted. Nirupa?
Actually, I like to have slender waisted.
No, I like to be slender waisted.
Yes, I like to be slender waisted.
Because the here the verb is am, right?
Correct.
Is am. So the main root verb is what? Root verb is
Has.
root verb is be.
Be, yes.
So you can say I like to be slender waisted.
Semblance.
Are you slender waisted? No, I am not slender waisted, unfortunately, but I would like to be slender waisted. Right? I am going to be slender waisted soon because I have started a lot of exercises. Right? So you can make nice sentences like that. I want to be slender waisted. I shall be slender waisted by the end of this month because I am training myself and very careful about food. So I am training myself and go on diet. I can be slender waisted by the end of this month. You can say the film director asked the actor, these actors or actresses, to be slim waisted before shooting. You can make sentences, nice sentences like that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. I will learn that. I'm going very slowly, so you can. I think 2 or 3 people complained that I am going fast. No, you are not today here, right? Those people are absent today. And they said that I'm going fast and I am just giving them enough time to write down that. But they said that they want to practice sentence patterns slowly. So I'm doing that. I think, Nirupa, do you like to practice like this
Yes, I like, sir.
rather than going fast or rather than finishing things,
Yes,
Waiting.
this is better.
taking time and talking?
Yes.
Kumar, what is your idea?
I also agree for it, sir.
Yeah, but 3 people will complain, that especially that campus girl is absent today. And she is not coming. She is having some meetings to do. So there's another person. She is also not coming because she is having 4 day problems. And they also said 2 or 3 people told me that some people say okay because I am in one way that I am giving a lot of things when I go fast. When I am going slow, I am doing little but practicing much. Okay, there are 2 sides in everything. Samaragon, how do you like? Teaching a lot of things or practicing?
Practice is better.
Practice. Okay. So how can you write a sentence like that? You know, I want to be like the film director asks his main actress, to be slender waisted before the shooting of the film. Right? Okay, like that. Or you can say, I am going to be slender waisted or I'm going to be slim waisted by the end of this time because I am training heavily and going on diet. I feel like really uncomfortable with this fat belly. I want to have a small waist. What should I do? What should I do to be lacking excess flesh? So you can ask like that. Right. Now we are moving. Now the other part of the body is shapes of face. Can you explain these shapes? This shape is oval. This one is square. This one is round. This one is heart. This one is oblong. Kumar, what is the shape? What does it mean oblong? Oblong, we know heart shape. We understand oblong.
I think it's long,
Oblong?
more long.
No. Oblong is a shape. Actually, we have shape. Now it is like a square. But adjacent parts are not equal. Now adjacent part is square. When you take a square, we have adjacent parts like now this one is equal to this one, right? Adjacent part. So like that, and this one opposite parts equal. So this is a flat shape. The parts are not equal. Something like this. You are familiar with this, but you don't remember it. Now it is like this. Something like this. Different shapes, different sides. Something like this. Different sides, and maybe that like that. Right? Not equal. That's called oblong. So here something like that. These are not equal. Oblong. All right. So this is oval. It is like oval, but it's not long oval, right? Oblong is when you put a face, it is really long. That's the idea, but not equal. That's the real meaning of it. And this one is square. This one is round. This one is heart, and this one is oblong. Anyway, we'll have to take oblong face as long face because the face never be bigger from both sides. From bottom and top, it will just be long. That's how it will be. All right. Now, how do you explain these things? How do you talk by using these words? We have to use has, right? She has a round face with an upturned nose. Nose I shall talk later, but has is coming. She has a round face. My grandfather has an oblong face. My sister has a hard face. She has a square face like that. This is what we use. And now you will talk about the faces of your known people, maybe family people. Now you see, this is a round face. This is what face is this?
Oblong.
Oblong. Yes. Oblong and oval is little close. Kumar, what is your idea? Oval and oblong, or can you see the difference? Oblong and oval. Oval is nicely shaped, right? There's a very clear shape. Here there is no very clear shape, right? It's long. Okay. You have to think this is long or oblong. I am also not sure, right? I also can't say that. Nirupa, do you think this is oblong or oval? This face, second face,
I think this is oblong.
oblong. Samaragon, what's your idea? Is oblong,
I think all.
oval,
Hmm.
oval. Abdul,
Sir, round, sir. Round face.
this is not round. This is oblong or oval. This one is round. Hashini, what is your idea about the second face?
I think it's
Oval.
oval.
Is oval. Netraba?
I think it's oval.
That's the trouble. Kumar, do you understand? Some people say it's oval, some people say
Yes, sir.
oblong. We can't say that. I don't know because people might know there can be experts about those shapes. But we can't say. And this face is, what is it?
Square.
Yeah, this one,
Heart.
heart. And these are famous actors with what shape? What face shapes? You know, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. This one was in a very famous story. What is it? Do you remember the story that TV series he was this person? Do you remember? Netraba? Somebody? Abdul, do you remember him? In any series of television?
So give a clue, sir.
Children is among children very famous.
Harry Potter. No.
Netrava, Hashini. He was in Merlin. King Arthur. Not yes, Arthur. All right. Now, what shapes are these face? They are very famous people, actors. What is their shape? Kumar, what is the shape of these faces? Hmm?
And that second person,
Yeah.
the
No.
shape,
Wait. I give you a clue, right? All these four people have the same shape. That is how they have been categorized. What is their shape? They have the same shape. Samaragon? Anybody? Netraba? Hello. Nilupa, can you tell me the shape of these people? Nilupa? Maybe. Okay. Abdul?
It's square shape, sir.
Square shape? You don't recognize what shapes are. Square means now that this the same like the square is square means all sides have equal size, right? Equal
I think so. I think so. Oval.
oval. Right. Oval face shape Bollywood male actors. Their face are oval shape. That's right. Very good. Oval shape. All right. Before that, we go to these kind of shapes. Now you can talk about your family members or other people using has, have, and usually has and their face shape. You can say my father has a round face and my mother has an oval face and my brother has an oblong face and I have a square face and my sister has a heart face like that. Okay. Kumar, you start please.
Actually, I like to say that I have a oval shaped face, and other family members have a round shape.
Excuse me, you don't have to say shape. See? He has
Yes,
a round face
round.
and the other
Yes,
one,
sir.
you see here, they have given this example. This is, I got this from internet, right? They say oval face shape here, see? Oval face shape, Bollywood male actors, but it's okay. But other time they just say they have a round face. He has a round face, he has a square face, he has a hard face, he has an oblong face. Or if you say shape, you have to put ed. She has no, without ed, a round shape
Face,
face.
face. Yeah.
Right? Wait, I'll be right like that. You can say she has an oval face. He has an oval face. Or you can say he has
And
an
an oval shaped face.
oval. No. She has an oval
shape.
shape. Oval shaped
Face,
face.
face.
Or you can say She is, then you use he is, or she is oval face. She is oval face. Or you can say her face is oval shaped. I think you understand, right? Okay. Now, okay, Kumar, you start.
Yes.
Okay, start.
Actually, I have an oval face, and other family members have round face.
Mhm. Round faces. Other family
Round
members
faces.
have round faces.
Round faces. Yeah.
They all have round faces. Is that?
Yes, sir.
Only you have an oval face. Oval
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
So, are you proud of that oval face?
Yes, sir.
What
Because I am a very
handsome?
yes, not handsome. Uh, I think I am not handsome, but I am different from others.
So you like to be different.
Yeah.
All right. Then what about Samaragon? Talk about your family members. You can use
Yes,
any one of these faces. The pattern.
my family members have different type of face,
Different types of faces.
different type of faces.
By the way, Samaragon, one moment.
Yes, sir.
Why is that your friend is absent today? I don't know. I don't have news about it.
Yes, sir. Monday.
Poyede.
For day means to,
Last week he was present, and today why is he absent?
Sumit.
Your friend, I'm asking.
Yes, yes. Yes. I think he's working today, but I couldn't contact
Okay.
him.
You were absent Monday.
Yes.
Okay, now go on.
Yes. My family members have different type of faces. My father. My father has a round type, round face. My mother has a scar face,
Where?
scar face, and other family members round face, round face,
Other family members are round faced.
round face.
Okay, Netprabha.
Our family members have different faces. I have an oblong face, and my brother has oval shaped face, and my mother has a round face.
And then Abdul.
Yes, sir. I have a round face, and our family members have oval face shape.
Oval faces.
Oval faces. Yes.
Oh, our family members are oval faced, or they have oval shaped faces.
Okay.
You must be very careful when you use has and is, right? Has, is, are. There are two verbs here.
Okay.
Okay? That's all. Finish. And
Yeah.
Hashimi.
So my family members also have different faces. Basically, me and my father has oval shaped faces, and my mother and my sister has round shaped faces.
And Nirupa. Nirupa. Hello, Nirupa. Are you there? Nirupa. Any questions? Kumar, do you want to ask something?
No, sir.
Okay.
I think that there's a word upturn nose.
Yes,
That means the nose
turned up
go
at the tip of the nose, it is going up. And that
up,
kind
going
of,
up.
so
Yes.
noses,
Yeah.
yes, now we are learning, we are going to talk about noses also.
Yeah. Then downward,
Downward is, do you remember J.R. Jayawardena?
yes, downward nose.
Yes,
Yeah.
his nose. Now she actually bears a striking resemblance to a famous singer. That means bears a striking resemblance means going together. That means very similar to another person, to a famous person. You can say, I am bearing, or I bear a striking resemblance to my father. You understand? You have the same face cut, you and your father. You can say, my daughter bears a striking resemblance to her mother. Okay, like that. This is the pattern that we use, that they are very similar in looks, appearance. Right? Her hair, you can talk about her other parts. You can say her nose bears a striking resemblance to my grandfather or my grandfather's nose. And you can say my daughter's hair bears a striking resemblance to my mother's hair. Or you can say my daughter's complexion bears a striking resemblance to my son's complexion or her mother's complexion. Or else you can say I bear a striking resemblance, the whole, not the parts of the body. You can say I bear a striking resemblance to my brother. That means brother and you are similar in the whole face, cut, and other features. Okay, just make some sentences about your family members or sometimes others. You can say our principal. Our principal bears a striking resemblance to our president. Right? Like that. They are look same. Okay. Shall we start making sentences? Kumar, can you make a sentence? One sentence.
Yes, sir. He bears a striking resemblance to my brother.
Okay. Amarakon?
My daughter here
What a bear.
bears a striking resemblance my mother.
That means you talk about daughter's hair. Or daughter,
Yes.
really.
Daughter's hair.
Daughter's hair. So you can say my daughter's hair bears a striking resemblance to my mother's hair.
Yes.
Okay. Next, Prabha. Next, Prabha.
My voice bears striking resemblance to my
Striking
mother's voice.
resemblance. Striking resemblance.
To my mother's voice.
Okay. Abdul.
She actually bears a striking resemblance to my sister.
Then Hashini. Hashini.
I actually bears a striking resemblance to my grandmother.
Oh, like grandmother. So when you go on the road, anybody who's family with your grandmother recognizes you and asks after your grandmother. And they say that you are wearing a striking resemblance to your grandmother. How do you know, Hashini? People say that?
I don't know, but lots of people say that I have same features as her.
But have you yourself seen your grandmother? Have you, your grandmother is with you or she has passed away?
No, she's with me.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Now you can see when you look at your grandmother, you see the same features in you.
Yeah, sometimes.
So are you happy about that? Or not happy? Harshini? Harshini, you are happy about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we go to Nirupa. Nirupa, are you there? Nirupa? Okay, she's not there. She has in the meeting, but she's not there. Right, then we go down. Hideously ugly. Hideously ugly is another word, very, very mostly used collocation when you talk about appearance of people. Hideously ugly means very ugly. Right? Very ugly, hideously ugly. That's it. Actually, you have some problem with your mic. Okay. Anyway, Hashini, it doesn't matter when I ask if you can answer or else you just keep quiet. Anyway, I ask, right? If you can't answer, it's okay. Right. Hideously ugly. Hideously ugly means very ugly. Abdul, hello.
Yeah, sir. I'm here.
Yes. Now learn the collocation, right? Don't
Yes.
tell people you are very ugly, but you can say you are hideously ugly, right? She is hideously ugly. That's the collocation. English people automatically use this, right? Ah, that man is hideously ugly, right? So that's the collocation. Bring the attention of your, okay, that's not for me anyway. Right. Hideously ugly means very ugly. Okay. Now, what have you seen hideously ugly? Kumaro, have you seen any person hideously ugly?
Actually, sir, I don't like mention about it
Not
for
the
a person.
just don't mention the names of these people. Just say that you have seen a person or not.
Yes, sir. Actually, it is relatively
Ugly.
yes ugly
Okay.
more than other person.
Right. Okay. But hideously ugly means really ugly. You don't like to look. However, why do you think that person is ugly? And that is the point. You are going to describe her, his the features that you don't like, or that doesn't please you, that doesn't appeal to you.
Actually, sir, some persons are pleasant, but you know that their work duties,
Yeah.
like politicians,
Mhm.
we hate them. So if the person is uh, hideously ugly, but we never mention about it because his duties is very good.
Ah, yes. Good
You
people.
know that nowadays
Uh-huh.
we discussed about our minister Bandula Gunawardena,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
because some persons similar in to dogs, you know.
Boxers.
Yes, boxers.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that it's not a good thing,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, as human beings, we are is not good. We should
yeah,
know that.
but you know that his duties as a politician is not better than some politicians. So
So also ugly. It's only a politician. As a politician, also is ugly.
yes, sir. So people hate them.
Uh,
Then some people give them such names, and then person called him hideously ugly.
yes, yes. All right, I agree. And do you have any experience about these words, Samarakon? Hideously ugly.
Yes, most of hideously ugly people live in South African country because they don't have enough foods and environment also very rough. That's the case, I think.
Rough, rough.
Rough, yes.
Okay, that's your idea about hideously ugly. Netraba, what do you have to tell me about hideously ugly? Your experience or your idea, anything? Hmm? Netraba? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Okay. You have something to tell me about hideously ugly?
I think every person have a beauty.
Yes. Nobody is hideously ugly.
Yeah.
Okay. But people use this hideously ugly phrase. What do you think about it?
Actually, I think beauty is in the eyes of person uh, who see from other persons.
No, that English proverb you are going to say that, right? Beauty, beauty is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Behold කියන්නේ බලනවා. So බලන්නගේ ඇහි තමයි ලක්ෂණ තියෙන්නේ. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's the proverb, right? So you are going to say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes, sir.
If the eye of the beholder is hideously ugly, then everything he sees is hideously ugly. That's your idea.
Yeah.
So you are going to say that you have got a very beautiful eye, and everything
No,
your
sir.
eye catches is really beautiful. Is that?
Not like that, sir.
Mhm. You enjoy some kind of beauty in everything that you see.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Like Kumara said, even Bandhanu Govardhana has some hidden beauty in his appearance. So you can see that. All right, that's a joke, right?
I
Anything?
have a problem.
Yes.
Can we use this expression for animals?
Yes, yes. Hideously ugly. That goes. It's a collocation. We use that for appearance of anyone, any animals also. That animal
Yeah.
is hideously ugly. Sometimes I am doing a lesson for children. I mean, I have a spoken English class for children, like grade 8 children. There, I don't teach them English. I just do the class in English. I do some videos and a presentation about animals. Last time did a video about vampires, right? And then I showed them how vampire suck blood in hoses, and actually there are vampire, some bats, kind of bats, they suck blood, right? So those things, and they said he's hideously ugly. They didn't use that word, but they wanted to say disgusting, very ugly, like this. So it is used to for animals.
Then hippopotamus is a hideously ugly animal.
Hideously ugly animal. Yes. What about Netraba? Netraba, do you see some beauty in hippopotamus?
No, sir.
Yes,
No.
that's hideously ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, then in that case, this proverb is not applied. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Huh? What happened to the proverb? Netraba. Okay. Then Abdul, what's your idea about hideously ugly? Abdul? Abdul? Abdul, are you there? What happened to these people? They come, they go. Abdul has gone. Then Nirupa, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So where were you all the time? In the kitchen?
No, sir. I have a call from office.
The office is open 4 days, even at night.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you have some idea about hideously ugly?
Yes, I also agreed with what Netrabha said. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, but Netraba changed that. Because when I talk about hippopotamus, they say this probe can't be applied there. She said hippopotamus is hideously ugly at the end.
I think if hippopotamus like that kind of uh, appearance, we can identify that is hippopotamus. I don't think that is hideously ugly.
So this proverb can apply to you at any time, even for hippopotamus also.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hashini, have you got to say something? Can you speak?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is your idea about hideously ugly?
I think every person is different, so everyone has different beautiful features, and I really don't like to call someone ugly because it's not like a nice thing, and I can't even
You
imagine.
are going with this proverb. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm not a perfect person, so I'm really hard to try like see a beautiful thing, like everything I see, like I really hard to try find something beautiful on what I see. So
I think when English people made this collocation, they didn't have any idea of about you and Netraba and Nirupa and people like that. But they made this collocation hideously ugly. They use it. They did so, then I just got it here. Abdul, what's your idea about hideously ugly?
Actually, sir, I agree with the proverb. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
My goodness, I came to teach you hideously ugly. Then you have learned another one, something else.
Hideous, sir, we can say hideously disgusting also, no, sir?
Yeah.
Hideously ugly means actually God created everything
Hideously
differently.
disgusting? No, I don't think. It's very disgusting. Something is very disgusting.
We can't say like that. Hideously disgusting.
We can say, Abdul, anything now. You can say very ugly, right? But hideously ugly is a charge word. It's a connotation. When you put them together, there's life in this phrase. Right? It's charge. You can replace that with other words. You can say, I can't say, can I say very ugly? Yes, you can say very ugly. It's okay. But hideously ugly is a collocation. The power of collocation, you have experienced that. That these words put together, they give real meaning. දැන් ඔයා කියන දේ මේ පරිප්පුවක් කියලා කියන නේද අබ්දුල්?
Oh, sir.
කුමාර is there? කුමාර?
Yes, sir.
හරි මම collocation ගැන කියද්දි කවුද අනිත් එක්ක තමයි සමරගොඩ. සමරගොඩ are you there?
Yes.
Okay. මේ collocation ගැන කියන්නේ සාමගොඩට collocations තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මෙයා අහනවා මේ කවුද අබ්දුල් අහනවා hideously මොනවාද එකක් කියන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. දැන් very ugly කියන්න පුළුවන්. ඒතර ඇයි මම මේ hideously ugly කියන්නේ? ඒක කොලොකේෂන් එක. ඒක කිව්ව හැටිම කනට ගැහුවා වගේ තමයි බලන්නේ මිනිස්සු. දැන් අබ්දුල් කාටද කියලා කතා කරන්නකො සුද්ධිවරු ගිහිල්ලා excuse me කියලා කතා කරපුවම මම බලන නේද ඔයාදී? Abdul, hello. Abdul has gone.
Yeah, no, I am here.
So when you go and talk to an English person, hello,
Okay.
excuse me, will you look at him or look at you or not?
No, sir.
He will look at you, why not? But if you give a slap on his ear, he will look at you or not?
Yes.
He will look at you, right? අන්න ඒ වගේ කනට ගහලා කතා කරන වගේ තමයි කොලොකේෂන් එකක් කියන්නේ. ටග් ගාලා වදිනවා බලනවා. මේ අපේ රටේ එක්කෙනෙක්ද කියලා මේවා කියන්නේ. තේරුණාද? ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඇඟේ තියෙන දේවල් තමයි මේ අවුස්සලා ගන්න කිව්වම. දැන් බලන්න ඔය පරිප්පු කියනවා නේද? ඔයා දැන් කියන්නේ පරිප්පු කියලා. ඒතර ඔයා කියනවා මම පරිප්පුවක් කෑවා කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. මම පරිප්පුවක් කෑවා. ඒතර මේ කොලොකේෂන් එක බලන්න. සමහරවිට අපිට කිව්ව හැකි මම මාර පරිප්පුවක් කෑවේ අම්මෝ කියලා නෑ මාර පරිප්පුවක් කියලා කිව්වම මේක කොලොකේෂන් එකක් නේ. දැන් ඕන කෙනෙකුට වදිනනේ මාර පරිප්පුවක් කියලා පොඩි උනුත් කියන්නේ මාර පරිප්පුවක් තමයි වචන් කියලා නේද? කියලා නේද? අබ්දුල්.
Oh, sir.
හරි. ඔයා කිව්වොත් එහෙනම් මම ලොකු පරිප්පුවක් කෑවුවොත් ඒක හොඳයිද ඒක? ලොකු පරිප්පුවක්. එතකොට ටිකක් එච්චර වදින්නේ නැහැ නේ.
Oh.
හැබැයි සමහරවිට හොඳ පරිප්පුවක් කෑවා කිව්වොත් ඒක වදිනවා. ඒකත් කොලොකේෂන් එකක් නේ. තේනද?
Oh, yes.
හොඳ පරිප්පුවක් කෑවුවොත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. ඒක කෙනෙකුට තේරෙනවා. මාර පරිප්පුවක් කියන එක හොඳටම තේරෙනවා. තව කිව්ව ලොකු පරිප්පුවක් කිව්වොත් ඒක එච්චර වදින්නේ නැහැ නේද? එතකොට තව කිව්වොත් එහෙම රස පරිප්පුවක් කෑවුවොත් ඒකත් එච්චර වදින්නේ නැහැ. වෙන තේරුමක් කියන්නේ රස පරිප්පුවක් කෑවුවොත් පරිප්පු කෑවා කියලා ඇත්තටම හිතයි නේද? උයපු එකක් කෑවා කියලා නේ.
Okay.
එතකොට හොඳ වටින පරිප්පුවක් කෑවුවොත් ඒක ගැලපෙනවද?
No,
Eh?
sir.
අපි හිතමු දෙමළ කතා කරන කෙනෙක් කියනවා කියලා. එයාට සිංහල දන්නේ නැතිනේ. එයා කියනවා මේ අපි හිතමු පරිප්පුව මොකද්ද මාරයිනේ. එතකොට හොඳයි කියන්නකෝ. ඒක හරි අනර්ග පරිප්පුවක් කෑවා කියලා ලොකු වචනයක් දාලා කිව්වොත් එහෙම ගැලපෙනවද? හරියනවද? වෙනින් භාෂා කියන්නේ මැලේ භාෂා හරි මොන භාෂා හරි කතා කරන කෙනෙක් එහෙම කිව්වොත් හරියනවද කියලා මං අහන්නේ. හරියනවද අපුත් නෑ නේද?
No, sir. No.
So do you understand then do you understand then collocation? What collocation means?
Yeah, sir.
We have to learn collocation or not? Tell me that.
We must learn, sir.
You must learn collocation. How can you learn collocation? You have to go and live in that country. There is no other way. එහෙම එකක් තමයි මේ ලබා දෙන්නේ. එහෙම ගිහිල්ලා ජීවත් වෙන එක තමයි මේ හදලා දෙන්නේ. තේනද? Without going to England. And without living there, you are learning that language, that collocation, living language. It's going to be very helpful for you in the future. Do you understand? In your writing, in your speaking, your English will be natural. දැන් අපි යනකොට කොහේ හරි එංගලන්තෙට ගියාම කවුරු හරි සිංහල කතා කරන එක්කෙනෙක් නිකන් සුද්දෙක් හිතන්නකෝ එයා අමුතු වචන කිව්වට අපි ගණන් ගන්න නැහනේ. කවුරු හරි කියලා හොඳ පොලිම ගෙන්නනකොට එයා කියනවා මාර පරිප්පුවන්නේ මේක කියලා කිව්වොත් එහෙම අපි යත් එක්ක ටක් ගාලා යාළු වෙනව නේද? අපි කල්පනා කරනවා මේක මේ අපේ ජාති එක්කෙනෙක් වගේ කියලා නේද? එහෙමනේ. So you will be attracted to these people, and in the other way around, those people will be attracted to you if you use collocation. Do you understand? They feel really natural. They feel that you are one of them. Okay? That is why you should learn this. Got it, Abdul?
Yes, sir. Now only I.
Yeah, ඔයාලට collocation අර කනට ගහලා තමයි කියන්නේ. Now only you must write down all these collocations and learn them by heart, right? And then after that start using them. මම අද නම් දන්නේ නැහැ මම අද too slow ද කියලා. කුමාර, what do you think? Am I too slow?
No, sir, I think it is better. I was to tell you about your speech after the class today, but I don't want to tell you about it.
Okay. I'm happy. So am I too slow? Is that?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Then hideously ugly. Hideously ugly is that. So we are moving, right? Now next point අපි දැන් අර parts of the body ඒ කියන්නේ ඒකට කියපු තනි වචනේ තමයි ඒකත් collocation එකනේ මොකක්ද ඒ collocation එක features of the body නිසා parts of the body කියන්නේ parts of the body කියලා තමයි දොස් කරලා කියන්නේ ඇස කන නාසය කියනවා parts of the body අපි ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්නකොට අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නේ parts of the body කියලා S2 කරලා මේවා නමුත් අර appearance එක ගැන කතා කරද්දී collocation එක තමයි මොනවාද features of the body ඒ වගේම collocation එක අර jargon වලටත් වෙන් වෙනවා ඒවත් උනට තේරෙයි දැන් කමතේදී අපි කියන්නේ ඇඹුල කියලා අන්න ඒ වගේ තනින් දැනට වෙන් වෙන මේක තමයි අපි කරන්නේ හරි okay now when you talk about curly he has curly shoulder length hair so shoulder length කියන්නේ උඩ හිස ළඟට දිග කොණ්ඩේ so that is a collocation shoulder length hair that looks rather unkempt. So you can talk about the hair of your people, curly hair, and then unkempt hair, straight hair. We know some words about hair, that's okay. I'm going to teach you a few collocations. So you can say shoulder length hair. Actually, මම තාම hair එකටම කරලා වෙන් කරලම collocations දෙන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අර appearance එක ගැන roughly then collocation එකකට apply වෙනවා. Okay. Then there are other things that other words that you use for hair. You can say straight hair. He has straight hair. Straight hair. What are the other hair that you have? You have going gray hair. Make a collocation එක. Going gray. Gray කියලා ලියද්දි මෙහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන් gray කියලා. GRAY also okay, right? Gray hair. Going gray hair කියන්නේ සුදු වේගන යන කොණ්ඩේ. සම්පූර්ණ සුදු වෙලා නැහැ. Going gray hair. Right? My father is, you can say my father is going bald. දැන් සත්‍ය පෑදීගෙන එනවා. Going bald. BALD bald. BOLD bald ගාව වෙන තේරුමක් තියෙනවා. He is going bald. Are you going bald? You can say, right? Curly hair, then you have wavy hair. Wavy කියන රැලි සහිත. He has wavy hair. Right? Then thin hair. Thin hair කියන්නේ තුනී කොණ්ඩේ. And then you have thinning hair. Thinning hair කියන්නේ තුනී වේගන යනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ කොණ්ඩේ අඩු වේගන යන කොණ්ඩේ. My mother has a thinning hair. කොණ්ඩේ අඩු වේගන යන දවස ගන්න thinning. Right? Thinning hair. Then thin hair. Then you have a thick hair. ඝන කොණ්ඩයක් තියෙනවා. Thick hair. Or else you have bushy hair. Thick and bushy. Bushy hair, right? So those are the words that you can use to talk about hair. Thinning hair, thick hair, bushy hair, right? Those are words. Yeah, common general words, right? My father has going gray hair. Then you can use those adverbs of degree also, right? He has very straight hair, absolutely straight hair, right? Much straight hair, right? Curly hair, okay. Right, those things you can learn when you talk about hair. They are general words. Now we are going to talk about some collocations. So when you talk about hair, you can say hair is, or somebody has hair. Is and has. He has curly shoulder length hair that looks rather unkempt. Shoulder length is a collocation. And then we have unkempt. Unkempt means unkempt is equal to messy hair, and then so same like messy. Unkempt is that not clean, right? Not well looked after hair. Right? It appears that a person doesn't take care of their hair. Okay. Now let us talk about hair. Let's start. Kumar, tell me something about hair. You can talk about family people's hair. My sister has a long hair, long curly hair, like that. Start, please.
Sir, my daughter has curly,
Curly hair.
yes, curly shoulder length, not shoulder, back length hair.
Waist length, you can say.
Yeah.
Waist length. Then
And my hair is going gray and also going bald. Okay, sir.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Samarakon? 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 Samarakon is in. Then Netraba, talk about hair.
My mother has a shoulder length hair, and it is going gray. And I have long wavy hair, and my brother has straight short hair.
All right. And then Abdul?
My family members have a wavy hair. Earlier, I had a thick bushy hair, but now I am having a thin hair.
Okay. And then Hakim?
I have wavy hair, and my mother also have wavy hair, and my father have short curly hair, but my sister has very short hair.
Okay. And then Nirupa?
Actually, I have straight hair and it has waist length hair. And my elder sister has long hair, long straight hair. And my mother has gray hair.
Okay. Very good. And what about unkempt hair? Is your hair, Nirupa, sometimes unkempt?
No, not actually. Sir.
Is it not unkempt?
Mm.
Hashini, is your hair sometimes unkempt?
Yes, most of the time.
Messy?
Yeah.
Okay. So shall we see some pictures of unkempt hair? This is Hashini, your hair is like this sometimes?
No, sir.
It's too much, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like this. This is
No.
unkempt. Maybe like this,
No,
not like this.
no, it's not that much messy. It's little bit messy.
Just a bit, just a little, right? This person he always had unkempt hair, right? And
Albert Einstein.
and Kumar, what's your idea about unkempt hair? Why do people keep their hair unkempt?
I think that when they are busy, they have no time to think about their hair.
Yeah, this Albert
So,
Einstein might have been busy, but what about this little girl?
sometimes they may be mad,
Basically, people.
and some person use that as a passion.
This boy, maybe a peasant.
Sometimes little bit he has a babe.
He has a bath. Yes.
Yeah, yes, but
Girl,
yes,
this girl,
that may be a passion.
maybe this one may be mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Let us move down. And synonyms for unkempt hair. Synonyms means equal word. Messy. Messy කියන්නේ අවුල් වෙච්ච hair වල. Disheveled කියන වචනේ තියෙනවා. Messy, disheveled, unclean, untidy, grubby. Grubby කිව්වහම කුණු ගෙවිච්ච කවර වෙච්ච. Shaggy නැත්නම් slipshod. They are all we use for bad hair. Messy hair, disheveled hair, unclean hair, untidy hair, grubby hair, and shaggy hair, and slipshod hair. And when you talk about good hair, you might say antonyms, opposite. Neat hair, tidy hair, trim hair. Trim කියන්නේ ගානට කපලා කරලා තියෙන hair එක. Trim hair, that's good hair. Okay, you can write down these words. Wait, I just see the other thing. But okay, you can write down this. And whilst people writing down this, I would like to go to speech. Somebody is ready for speech? Anyone? Samarakon? Samarakon has gone. Somebody is ready for speech?
So may I?
Okay, start.
Hi everyone, I would like to speak about self-confidence. Actually, self-confidence is the key to success, or we can say the first step to success. If a person has self-confidence, he has won half the battle. Those people who have self-confidence at work, school, or in their daily life always appear on top of the world. If you pay attention, you might notice that these self-confident people usually are successful in every area in their lives. So start believing in yourself, act on that belief, and you will start building self-confidence. Look at yourself in a different way than you used to do it. It can change your life and help your confidence level to rise. Success will automatically enter your life once you start believing in yourself. Thank you.
Okay. And you have finished writing this. And I'll read again. Messy hair, disheveled hair, unclean hair, untidy hair, and grubby hair, shaggy hair, and slipshod hair. They're all bad hair, right? And good hair, we say neat hair, tidy hair, and trim hair. Okay. Now, Kumar, have you
Means-
written that?
That means well-maintained hair.
Well maintained. Yes, well maintained also can be used.
Yeah.
It's not a
Okay.
it's not a
Okay,
collocation, but well maintained is right. These are not collocations, right? My collocation is, what is the collocation? Collocation is this one.
Unkempt.
Unkempt, yeah, right. The shoulder length, or not unkempt, shoulder length here. Right? I was explaining shoulder length, and then I just talked about this word also, right? Unkempt. Shoulder length here is the collocation. You should understand. Okay. And this one, when you look at the face of this person, what do you think? She's a white person or what? She has what complexion? Kumara? Huh?
I think that she has tinted hair.
No, not hair. Let's talk about her face complexion.
Face. He has a oval face.
No, complexion. Color.
Complexion is fair.
fair, yes. But what do you think about this kind of fair? It's what? How do you explain this? He say he has a square face and this another color,
Radiant complexion.
ruddy complexion, ruddy or reddish complexion, reddish skin. This ruddy means reddish, right? But this is good for Asian people. When Asian people become ruddy, they look very healthy and nice. But when it goes to English people, Asian people is describes a healthy reddish glow. There's a glow. Glow can shine. There's a shine. But when it goes to English people, look, English people don't like to be ruddy. Here, patches comes and red patches, and they becomes ugly. Sometimes it's very disgusting. You understand? You will be hideously ugly if you have this. If you become ruddy, English people, white people becoming ruddy, ugly. But dark people become ruddy means inside their skin there's a radiant color. You understand it? So you can say she has a ruddy complexion. Hashini, hello.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a ruddy complexion?
No.
No, not like there's no glow in your complexion. Okay. Netraba,
Yes, sir.
you have a ruddy complexion.
No.
Ruddy complexion is glow like this. Now, not like this. This you can't have because only English people, white people can have this. When white people become ruddy, it is negative. When Asian people become ruddy, it is positive. That's what I want to tell you. Okay. Do you understand? Kumar, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now the difference, English people, white people become ruddy. Is it good?
Pardon, sir.
When white people become ruddy, is it good for them? Is it positive?
No, sir.
It's negative, right? Their white complexion is good, but Asian people become ruddy, it's positive. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you understand it. Reddish blue. So then we have deep set eyes. I think without going to that, we better see, we should stop here. We better see if you have some speeches. Somebody is ready for speech. Hmm? Someone is ready because this is too much. If you learn this, I think that's the last one. No, we have other things. Two pictures. Right. We stop there. That's eyebrows. We have to learn a lot of words, then we don't have enough time. Okay. Who is going to do a speech? Kumar?
No, sir. Today I couldn't ready for it.
Okay. Abdul?
Yes, sir.
Can you do a small speech? 1 minute
Mm,
about anything? Oh, wait, maybe you don't know about speech, no, Abdul? Now you
yeah, sir.
learn today, next day you can get ready. What about Hashini? Hashini?
No, sir. I'm not ready.
Not ready. But what about Netprabha?
No, sir.
Not
I'm
ready.
not ready.
All right. Then we don't have others, no? Samarapon has the two. Okay, then I'm going to stop the class. Have you going to tell me something?